Good morning, Idit. Good morning, Mauricio. I'm so glad you are all here with me to kick off this Customer Day one more year. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you, Clara?
Doing fine. Very excited. Always excited in the Customer Day. How are you, Mauricio?
Hey, good morning, Clara. Good morning, Idit. Thanks so much for joining us, and good morning, everyone. It is our privilege to have you in our yearly customer day, or customer days, I should say. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. So for those of you who are new to our Customer Day, just a brief reminder, your microphones are muted by default, and this session is being recorded, so you will be able to see it again if you need to. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A functionality that Zoom offers, and we will get to your questions at the end. If we don't have time, we'll get to your questions personally. We'll send you an email. We'll give you a call, okay, to discuss whatever you need. All our content that we create with you in mind, our users, is always available through your favorite social media platform. So whatever that platform is, look for us there. Consensus International is our handle, Consensus INTL. So look for us there, follow us, and you will receive shortcuts to our content that we create with you in mind to make your SAP Business One life easier. This year, as every year, we want to give a gift. We want to gift you with something, and this year is very exciting. It's a remarkable tablet, which is hybrid. I don't know, maybe Mauricio, you can help me explain a little bit more. I loved it when I saw it. It's a tablet for those of us who still love notebooks and taking notes, right? It's something like that.
That's precisely right. For those of us who take notes, writing, with a pen, paper and pencil, we take notes in a folder, in a piece of paper here and there, and sometimes we tend to misplace them. The remarkable tablet has taken the business world by storm, and is a very, very powerful tool for us to be able to take notes in a natural language and share it in all of our devices and in real time. So it's a very powerful tool for the business world.
I love it because it's a little bit old world, but super new world as well. I love it. When I saw it,
Old world means
it's on my
new
Christmas
world.
wish list for sure. So what can you do to participate in the raffle that we're going to make at the end of the Customer Day? You need to attend as many sessions as possible. And not only by attending, you'll be included in the list, but you have to rate our session. When you rate our session, we ask you a question of what did you like better, or how can we improve? This helps us build better content for you for our upcoming webinars or our Customers Day. So that's why your feedback is really important, because we take it by heart and we really try to improve. Okay, so today with me is Idit Saguey. Today with us is Idit Saguey. As every year in our Customer Day, she's always our star, our guest, and I was telling her right before the session started, I'm always so excited to have you here, Idit. It's such a privilege. And as years go by, even though your role keeps getting bigger and you have added responsibilities at SAP, you told me I wouldn't miss it for the world. I can't tell you how appreciative we are of you. This really means the world to us and to our customers. Can you tell us, Idit, a little bit, what is your role today at SAP so that our customers understand?
So my official title is Market Unit Lead for North America. So I'm a bit kind of away from the product. I'm more of a generalist today. I kind of oversee enablement throughout US and Canada for our partners. So it includes, Business One, but as well it includes S/4HANA and the lines of business. So I'm in touch with the partners, see what their needs are, see what kind of trainings they may require, and making sure that, they're well educated and ready for implementation.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you for joining us. And today, Idit is going to be sharing a little bit of the future of SAP Business One. So what's coming ahead in the roadmap. And of course, together with me is Mauricio Castrillon, our president here at Consensus International. And Mauricio is going to be sharing a little bit of what has happened throughout the last year, and also where is Consensus going, and what the trends are that you must be aware of so that you take advantage of technology and innovation, correct?
Correct, as much as possible.
Fantastic. So without further ado, Mauricio, right now we are going to stop our webcams so that we can concentrate on the content that Mauricio is going to share. And Mauricio, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Clara. If you can please stop sharing. Thank you, fantastic. Thanks so much, everyone. As Clara mentioned, we are very excited to be here with you. And over the next few minutes, I hope I don't extend. If I run short, even better. Too much, but I wanted to share with you what's happened over the past year since we had this session again a year ago. First and foremost, for those of you who are new to working with being a business partner with Consensus, one of the first things that we try to emphasize on is the fact that we are a values-based organization. We have 5 critical values. We have them plastered in our main wall in our office, headquarters, and everything we do is we have, we're honest, and everything we do has to be done based on the integrity. We're not perfect, but whenever we make mistakes, please be reassured that those are going to be honest mistakes, and we will fix them quickly. We have a team of people, I'm going to spend a little bit on that, that are very, very reliable and knowledgeable in the different fields, whether it is as functional consulting, whether it's innovation, technical consulting, and of course the staff, media people, and in the background. And we work as a team with you. We try to walk with your shoes on, so that we feel the same pain, and collectively we can make sure that our main objective is to your efficiencies and effectiveness are reached. So values is the first thing that we do. We've had a fantastic year. Remember, we came from challenging years, way past from COVID, from the pandemic, and the outlook was that things were going to be difficult. We were going to go into a recession. We at Consensus had enjoyed a phenomenal year, thanks to all of you. A little over 30% growth. In addition to that, we have made improvements in tools and technologies. Specifically, we added a change. We had a new customer support portal. Now with this, we can increase reliability of this important interaction with all of you. We can track and improve response and resolution times much better. We have decreased the average time for the first response to the tickets that you send us, and we have integrated the customer effort survey feedback that we sent in those tickets and communication we get to try to improve on this servers. And of course, now attachments in the support requests are no longer an issue. In addition to that, we have improved our team, both support and not only in the number of people, but also the seniority and the knowledge of SAP Business One. So this is very good for all of us. We do the support best practices sessions. These have been improved, and this is a way for us to work better as a team with you. And please, if you have not had these sessions, please request one by sending an email to support@consensusintl. Clara, as you know, is our customer experience head, and she also leads the support team, and she's been leading these initiatives. We have added 15 SAP Business One webinars. We've had 4 new SAP Business One how-to articles, new tips and tricks every single month, and improved SAP Business One e-learning for beginners, the portal where we have that. So there's been a whole lot of things that we have done. But let me pause sharing this for a minute. One of the things that I wanted for you to look is, let me see. Can you see? Let me see. Can you see my screen? I hope you can now.
Not yet, Mauricio.
Yes. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Now you should.
Yes. Now
Yes.
we see it.
Thank you. So I encourage you to please go visit our website. In our website, consensusintl.com, you get a whole lot of tools and resources. And specifically, I'd like to pay attention to a couple of things. You click on the resources and the consensus blog. In the consensus blog, you have a wealth of information. So please, I encourage you to visit the blog. You can have valuable insights about SAP Business One. You know, we have industry trends, best practices, success stories, expert advice. This blog should be the go-to resource for every single thing that deals with SAP Business One. There's a whole lot of content, as you can see, number of pages of content. So please take a look at that. In addition to that, we also have e-learnings for beginners, as I mentioned before, success stories, webinars, and workshops. So please don't pass the opportunity to join our these are captivating SAP Business One webinars. You know, they are informative trainings and helpful tutorials. In case you miss one of these, the webinars and the workshops we do almost, I think, monthly, please visit this website and you can see these resources for you to enjoy. So I encourage you to please visit this very, very good resources and tools. What has happened in addition to these tools that we added? One of the things that we feel more proud of is we got new talent. We added very critical, important resources. The majority of them in the functional and support teams, and this year we even increased more. So there's been almost 40% increase in the quality and the number of people. Maria Fernanda Sandoval, Marife, some of you know her. She is the head of sales and commercial operations in the Southeast region in the United States. Everybody else that you see in this slide are either project managers and or consultants with a lot of expertise in SAP Business One. You have probably had some interactions with them. I hope you do, and or you will in the future. So we have a very strong team of people, in addition to the people that you have worked with in the past. What else has happened this year? SAP was kind enough to give us the diversity and award, an inclusion award at the SAP conference in Panama for the Americas. This is the first time that SAP does this, so we're very, very, very proud that in addition to the Partner Excellence Award, in addition to the Innovation Award that we got in the past, the first time that SAP recognized this, we were recognized as the diversity and inclusion company in North America for SAP. Again, the majority of our colleagues are female, and of course, Latino and the Latino population in our organization is a majority as well. So we're very, very proud of that. So that was the year back. Now, looking ahead, I'm going to be sharing a few things. One of them is the economic outlook. I started doing this last year officially, and based on the fact that we are coming from a pandemic, and in addition to that, a war between when Russia invaded Ukraine, that has engaged a lot of organizations, a lot of countries, including Europe and the US and the majority of the free world. And so that has had impacts around the world. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about that. In addition to that, I wanted to share a couple things. In general sense, what we're looking here is what are the trends in technology, and how are they a reality or not within SAP Business One? And what are the tools that SAP has added and has been given us to help you better and to make sure that you can improve towards your intelligent enterprise roadmap. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of that and so first, remember last year we talked about the economic outlook and the growth projections in the U.S. where we're coming from, 6% growth in 2021. Again, that was right after the pandemic where we had negative growth. 2022 was supposed to be 3.2%. And 2023, this year, 2.7%. Was a little bit of decline. There were challenges that were coming, and mostly exacerbated by the high inflation that we had since the pandemic years. Well, specifically, those numbers turned out to be much, much better. The 2.5 for 2.7 for 2023 is going to end up being a 3.0 and an outlook for growth of 2.9 for 2024. These numbers are very encouraging. What specifically has happened is that the recession outlook that we had right after the pandemic and right into the war, between Ukraine and Russia, it brought significant issues in terms of what we could do, and in general terms, what happened is commodities coming from Russia in the energy world and from Ukraine in grains, for instance, were affected. The commodities trades and the needs for the entire world. The world adapted, well to this situation, and we found out that the people, and specifically in the U.S., had savings. There was a lot of cash, and significantly more savings that were originally anticipated. And that is one of the reasons why the outlook for this year it's much better than was anticipated a year ago, and the outlook for 2024 is a little better. What are the challenges? The challenges are still to bring the inflation down. The measurements that the central bank, the Fed has taken have been very positive, and so we believe that the year ahead is going to be way better than was anticipated 2 years and even a year before. Having said that, there are challenges. There are challenges that we know of, and let's hope that next year, where a vast majority of the developed countries, or a big number of the developed countries, including the U.S., European Union, even Mexico, there are a number of countries that are going to have elections this coming year. So that is going to represent a little bit of a challenge also. But the outlook is positive, is much positive than that was originally anticipated. But we have to be, of course, careful with how we do things. But the business world is in a much better situation than was originally anticipated. Now, let's take a look at what we talk about probably in the past 2 years, when SAP started promoting the intelligent enterprise continuum, in which if you see in the lower right-hand side, you have the digital platforms, and the digital platforms adoption specifically of where you run your infrastructure. And of course, there is a significant trend towards going to cloud. Whether it's a single tenant or multi-tenant, there are companies that need to have this their infrastructure in-house. They prefer to have it in-house, probably maybe because of regulations, or maybe because of wanting to have better control over your infrastructure, provided that you can do that. In the top right-hand side, you can see the Intelligence Suite. In the Intelligence Suite is SAP Business One. So the idea here is to make sure that this digital core that SAP Business One comprises is as extensive as possible. You implement as much of it as possible. We're here to help you. But we started working about the intelligent systems, this thing in the middle. That sounds like World War, Star Wars type of things. Artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, Internet of Things, analytics, big data. All these type of things are not a thing, are not futuristic aspects. All of them are now a thing of day-to-day world. Specifically, SAP built the Intelligent Enterprise Framework, and around that, business technology platform. With this, data management, analytics, application development, and of course, all the intelligent technologies, including artificial intelligence, machine learning, and intelligent robotic process automation, or RPA. Those are things that we already have a lot of experience with. These are the things that we should be able to work with significantly. And let me show something, if you allow me, please. I'm going to let me share a specific example of things that we can do in today's world. And the best way to do this is to show you, for instance, what we're working with. You can see my screen there, I hope.
Yes,
in SAP
Mauricio,
Business One.
we can see it. Yes.
All right, fantastic. And here, for instance, is an example. We we have developed. All of you probably have heard about ChatGPT, the artificial intelligence way to have access to vast amounts of data, and be able to interact with these type of technologies in type of natural language. In addition to that, there are many other ways of taking advantage of these technologies. So what we did is we took data, right? Not only the one that is available in the database and in our websites, local manuals, PDF documents, all kinds of data, and we have imported this data. We convert this data into something a computer, an algorithm can extract numbers in general terms. And what we do is, based on these technologies, using leveraging ChatGPT, we can then ask questions in natural language, normal questions. Now, these ChatGPT tools translate these questions into numbers as well, and then based on these type of algorithms, if you will, give us very, very powerful pieces of information. So, for instance, I asked specifically, how can I set up 1099 for my vendors? Here you have all the information that you have, and it gives you the sources, where it comes, and tells you exactly what to do, where to do it, and how to do it. It's very powerful. So we have that. Over the next few days, we're going to be adding a similar search to our website, so that whenever you are not with an SAP Business One, but you can ask a question, like when you're searching all the content that I mentioned a few minutes ago in our website, you can do also these type of questions and get these answers as well from there. But not only that, we can also, a number of companies have in the past, for instance, had issues looking at, how do I prevent duplicate items? So if I was looking, let me see, for a printer, and I choose this printer, right? Now, let's say I want to create a search. Excuse me. Let me remove this. Let me add an item, and then when I type item, and I say, for instance, I want to enter another printer called Rainbow Printer 7.5, and I add, immediately I get a system message saying that there is another printer, 88.8%, similar printer, Rainbow Color Printer 7.5. So now I know ahead of time this printer is not it's probably what I'm trying to enter. It's a duplicate. So now I don't need to go into that. Now I know what is the printer I'm looking for, what is the item code and everything. So this is already something that is quite powerful. And it is, as I mentioned, a reality. In essence, this is artificial intelligence. This is what we're talking about in terms of what you're familiar with the ChatGPT, and this is a way for you to provide a significantly better experience to your customers. So these type of tools are already available, and available with these two examples, but we can work with you and think of things that will be of great value to you. So the idea here is making sure that you have as much automation within your processes, and there are a lot of tools, and specifically with with the business technology platform tools from SAP, there are a lot of ways for you to automate and to increase this type of effectiveness, as I mentioned before. We can build apps, we can automate processes as we mentioned, and we can design business sites that take advantage of these type of technologies. I wanted to close with the strategic technology trends. Gartner published a document, and there are a couple things that I wanted to bring to you. AI, or artificial intelligence, is the norm now. So make sure that you adopt it as much as possible. It's a reality, and there are ways of incorporating both to make sure that the experience that you provide for your customers, the experience that you provide for your employees can be significantly improved. In addition to that, you can significantly reduce the response time in your different business processes. The other thing is make sure you're safe. There are significant threats that we hear about, hackings and hijacking some systems. Pay attention to that. So this is the #2 technology trend. The other thing that we have that is a thing of today, sustainable technology. Not only we do sustainable tools in terms of electric cars and the like, but there's also sustainable technology, and SAP has a specific initiative around sustainable technology. #5, AI augmented development. So artificial intelligence can help you improve development of tools that you're going to be deploying both internally and to your customers. And take a look at the number 10, machine customers. So the machines are going to be purchasing from you instead of someone. And you need to provide, number 8, these artificial intelligence tools to your people and to your customers, and there are tools to do it in today's world. Any questions?
I don't see any questions for now, Mauricio, but thank you so much for your presentation. And I think maybe Idit, we can go to you after this presentation and this review of technology trends. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what SAP is looking to as a trend in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Mauricio. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So I think, everything that Mauricio described as it comes to the intelligent technologies and the intelligent enterprise, it's exactly where Business One is heading. So it's very much in line with SAP as a company in terms of strategy, and as well for Business One as a product within SAP. So what I want to look at today is really a bit of the roadmap, some recent innovation and what's coming. As you know, there's always a legal disclaimer where things can change and we don't, commit to doing everything we promised, but, we usually do. What I'm going to want to talk about today quickly is, first of all, where we are today, the product description, some key trends, the roadmap overview, and major product updates. And then on the roadmap section, I'm going to kind of scan recent innovation that were introduced up until, the latest feature pack, and what the product direction is. So when we look at the strategy of SAP as a company and for Business One, you know, as the go-to product for the small businesses and lower mid-market segment, while SAP S/4HANA Cloud tackles the mid-market and large enterprise. So right now, we only have 2 ERP products within SAP. So it's Business One and SAP S/4HANA Cloud. So these 2, there's nothing in between. So SAP is fully invested in the product. Together with the core of SAP Business One, we are incorporating extensions and those intelligent technologies, leveraging the SAP Business Technology Platform, the SAP BTP, known as BTP. We want to make sure it fits for the future. So we're investing in the quality, in the cloud capabilities, and again, in all the BTP services that will be appropriate for the mid-market as well, because I know, you know, I know the notion of that, no, I'm too small for that, this is too expensive. So we're definitely working, and we're aware that we need to adjust the BTP services to fit Business One customers. And we do encourage, you know, like what you've seen with Mauricio, those integration of ChatGPT into Business One, using those technologies, but at the same time keeping the core clean. So all this is built around the core and not modifying the core. Some numbers, we always like to see those. It's always encouraging. Up to date, we have 77,000 plus customers with 1.2 million users worldwide. We have a large footprint in large enterprises that's running Business One in the subsidiaries. About 300 partners that offer more than 500 solutions. Business One is implemented by more than 850 partners throughout the world, again, like Consensus. It's available in 50 country localizations and 28 languages, and it is used in 170 plus countries. When we look at the localizations, these are the 50. I know for us it's not as important, you know, we're in the US here, and we may have some subsidiaries in Central America and South America. So all of those are covered. Those are the languages. But with that said, even if you have a country that is not supported natively by the localization, it doesn't mean it cannot be used. Usually what we do is take a localization close to that localization and maybe make some adjustments. Sometimes there is an add-on to complete what's missing. So in terms of, you know, this is a bit of a repeat from Mauricio, but it's important to stretch that we do have the core, which includes your administration and financials and logistics and MRP and everything. But on top of that, to complement, we have additional digital enablers like the cloud technologies, the ability to put Business One anywhere, on any device and use it. The analytics that is embedded with Business One that, you know, I'm going to talk a bit more about this later. The IoT, the mobile applications, the machine learning, and the big data using the SAP HANA platform. All of these really takes Business One to the next level and not just being an ERP system. When we look at the solution, so what are we looking at? What we keep saying platform, and it really is, because if we go from the bottom up, first of all, with Business One, you have the flexibility for new customers. They can go on-prem, they can go cloud, they can go with HANA as a database or SQL. The core is pretty much the same for both. And at this point, you know, we're going to keep supporting SQL and HANA at the same time. On top of the core, we have all the APIs, which are, integration tools that you can connect additional applications and extensions to the core. And then you have the web client, which, if those of you that were here last year, we did a demo of the web client, and it has come a long way since. Just in a nutshell, so the web client is the cloud version of Business One. It's a native browser application, which includes not all of Business One yet. This is a work in process, but it has come a long way. There's a lot of functionality there, including the analytics, which I encourage you to explore. Even just for the analytics, I would start using web client because it's really robust. And then on top of that, we have additional services, solutions from SAP, like, the business network and the customer experience and the BTP. But then we also have partner solutions like industry expertise solutions that take Business One and expand it to fit additional markets. A bit more about the BTP. You probably heard that before, but if you haven't, it's really all about supporting the intelligent and sustainable enterprises. And it gives you 5 pillars, the way we see it. First of all, it's really the customer experience, the user experience. So when you start using an application, today we are so used to downloading an app from the App Store and just start using it immediately. And that's, ERP will never be like that, but that's where we're aiming to. So it's very intuitive. There's a lot of built-in help and hints and tutorials, so you can just go in and start creating your data and reports and so on. The second pillar is the built-in integration, really that, we have some of the built-in integrations, such as integration with Microsoft 365 and Teams, and we have some additional services included. We'll talk more about it. The platform as a platform, right? So you have a strong ecosystem with APIs that are available for you that you can reuse and build your own, and really just start with Business One, but then sky's the limit. Cloud application. Really taking BTP, all the application into the cloud, which means it can be deployed anywhere. It can be, usually it's also solution agnostic. So if you create a BTP application, it can match multiple solutions. So it doesn't necessarily has to be a B1 application. And then the embedded artificial intelligence and machine learning. This is all part of the BTP services. And again, I know it's a lot of technology talk here, but if you do want to explore this more, we can. But really the idea is that you are using the BTP as a platform for everything got to do with extension, integration, and innovation. You've seen this slide a few minutes ago. SAP Build is actually part of the BTP, and it does allow you to do multiple things like create brand new apps. You can automate processes, and you can design sites using the work zone. So there's multiple components there that you can use. We've already started using it with Business One. We have a lot of examples out there. I'm not sure there is like live customers yet, but it's picking up because it's simple, right? It's drag and drop. Even a consultant can go and learn this and create apps by himself. In terms of release product, their Business One releases and the products related. So in terms of the product, the core, So we keep delivering feature packs and enhancements, and we deliver maintenance and hot fixes. As you guys know, this is nothing new, but I think what's nice is that we're looking at 2027, where we have a pretty good outlook for the next few years, where we don't know yet what will come in each section, but we know things are coming, because Business One is a mature product. So a lot of the innovation that you're going to see, or the changes or the enhancements, is really around fine-tuning specific features, and a lot about like innovation and analytics and web client. We just announced there's going to be a version 11, probably around mid-2024. So I know we've been with version 10 for a while now, with a lot of different feature packs. So now, there's going to be another major release coming. And then on the related products, we have the cloud offering, the partner hosted option, and we have the mobile apps that we're going to enhance. And once again, SQL and HANA are supported going forward. What was version 10 all about? I'm sure most of you could be on version 10, could be on different feature packs. Maybe some of you are still on 9.3, I hope not. But really the focus for version 10 is really the ease of use and operating in the cloud. That was a big focus. And throughout the feature packs that we introduced, you can see how we're supporting that. So we did introduce new functionalities, and we did introduce new technology, like we're using HANA 2.0 and machine learning. We have the new analytical capabilities. We have the web client, which is, as I said, it's web browser based, and it's intuitive with SAP Fiori design, and intuitive integration with the integration framework and additional scenarios. So let's talk a bit more about web client. Again, the web client we're still in a hybrid mode, right? So you're going to have Business One as what we call the fat client or the standard client, but at the same time, you can have the web client version, and it doesn't contradict, and you can use the same user for both, access points. And obviously it's not extra license or anything like that. It's just another kind of version or another user interface for Business One. And we have good coverage, right? So I encourage you to go in and check it out and see, we can do sales and purchasing and CRM and service and timesheets, and we have some payment functionality and some financials. And on the inventory side, bill of material, approval process, the analytics that I mentioned, there is native integration to Microsoft 365, to Teams, sending emails. There is some basic extensibility, which we're working on. We know that this is something that's, will come soon. We also have the SAP Companion, which is like an built-in kind of assistant that you can ask questions, and it can give you a tutorial, and it can point you to where you want to go. So there's a lot in there that you can explore today. Maybe it's not going to fit the back-end user that do the heavy financials or the heavy inventory, but it can be a good fit for front office, agents that go on the field. They can start using the web client. I mentioned the analytics in the web client, so I'm not going to go into the details, but there's a lot of functionality there where you can very easily create very sophisticated analytics. You can then share it by email. You can share it to another user. You can link it to other screens. You can create queries and then build analytics on top of the queries. So there is a lot there that I really recommend diving into and seeing if for anything, just use the analytics, right? So as an analytics tool, and both for SQL and HANA. Some additional recent enhancement is the identity and authentication management, the IAM. I'm not going to go into the technical details, but basically it really does give you a single set of login credentials that you can log into the different systems across multiple platforms and networks. You can read through the details. We also had a good session about it that was recorded, that one of the product managers, he delivered that session. If you're interested, we can provide you the recording. On the automation, right? So some of them are built in, some of them you have to kind of activate, configure and activate. So the built-in, the embedded ones are the option to scan invoices. And now we also have templates, so you can maintain multiple templates. So when you scan, you can identify, oh, this is coming from Walmart, for example. So already, so the system knows where to look. And using machine learning, it also kind of, the more you scan, the more it's going to be accurate. And that's using the document information exchange service on the BTP platform, and it is embedded in Business One. The other one is creating business partners based on business cards. So you just kind of take a picture and it creates a customer in Business One. And then we have additional 7 automation best practices template. There is some really nice bots that are available. You have to download it and just configure and make it work. I mean, obviously Consensus can help you. I think it's obviously anything that can make your life easier, and that you make some of the work redundant, you can eliminate. It's nice, and it's a beginning, right? So it's, some of it is embedded, some of it it's already there, so you just need to download it. But also going forward, we expect a lot of our partners to build additional of those apps and automations that plug into Business One. All right, so a bit of I know it's packed and I know I don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna scan through this very quickly. You can read it after, but this is a quick review of everything that we added leading to the latest feature pack for version 10. Whether it's the web client, where we added additional support in many areas, like for sales document, for purchasing. We expanded very much the analytics. We expanded the intelligent enterprise and single sign-on. Some of the functionality that were added, like catalog numbers, multiple branches, freight charges. So you see there is a lot more details now in the web client that makes it really usable. So you don't get stuck by, okay, I'm creating a document. Oh, I cannot add freight, for example, or I cannot choose a branch, or I cannot choose a serial number. So all of this is already in there. In terms of usability, it's very kind of user-friendly. It's very flexible. You can customize a lot of the what you're seeing on the screen. Let's see, all the integration I mentioned, the KPIs for user-defined tiles, the user-defined fields and tables that are available, and objects that are available. So it's really just kind of slowly transferring the entirety of Business One as you know it into the web client. So from core functionality standpoint, this is legal requirements. So some are relevant for US, like the down payment with tax calculation. The Avalara tax service that, the old service was discontinued. We enhanced the 1099 form for the NEC for United States. There was a new template, so we added that. On the inventory and distribution, I just highlighted a few that I think are kind of more interesting for you, but of course you can go through and read it. There's additional authorizations on groups for price lists. We can finally support setting units of measure as inactive. There is an integration with a new product called SAP Product Footprint Management for clean operation. I mean, that's the whole name. It's a long name. But this is a part of SAP sustainability portfolio, where you can, if you're a manufacturer, this can be really interesting for you. It's already integrated into Business One, where it can identify waste and carbon footprint and so on. On the financials, drill down from financial reports, ability to refresh reports, tax code determination, enhancement. And again, there's a lot here. Moving next to the logistics, you can now update due date in a partial reconciliation. I know this is something that been long coming. Enabling update UDF in closed documents, linking an equipment card to multiple business partners, new document status for open and emailed, copying attachment path to the target document, the document extraction that I mentioned before, where you can scan invoices. So now it's also for service type documents. Excuse me, you can link between a contact person and to a business partner address, so you don't have to maintain it separately. If I go next to administration, we added additional support for attachments in almost every object in the system, enhancement to approvals, to finding users. Again, it's a lot, and this is all existing features. On the extensibility, in version 10, we introduced HANA 2.0. We opened the service layer to support both Microsoft SQL in addition to HANA. We added multiple triggers on formatted search. Excuse me. And I know this is another packed slide, but what I want to focus is really the product direction. So really, with everything I said, where are we going? So first of all, we're going to the web client. We're extending the web client. We're making sure it's fully ready and to support, the entirety of functionality of Business One. And this will be based on market feedback. So I encourage you to go into the customer influence portal. If you don't know it yet, you should get familiar, where you can submit requests and vote on other people's requests. We really want to optimize scalability and performance. We want it to be fast. We want it to be simple. We want to continue improving the analytics and the mobile applications. And a big focus is really on extensibility and platform, really the ability to extend the web client and have almost any add-on connected to it. So really it becomes a fully cloud solution. In terms of the core, what we're planning, it's really, I know it's kind of general, but we're really still not abandoning the core, right? It's not just technologies, it's really functionality in terms of logistics and inventory and CRM and service. better usability, the integrations that we want to expand. We want to enable some additional automating scanning functionality using intelligent or AI. In terms of lifecycle management, I know this is painful, but really optimize the upgrade process, making everything more smooth and less painful for you. On the web client, is just really adding more and more and more to it, whether it's functionality, analytics, integration, right? I kind of repeating myself, but this is very important. On the extensibility, again, more into the service layer and really the ability to extend more the web client. You know, the authentication management in terms of security and password maintenance, for option to do forgot my password, and, you know, additional functionality here. So that's, again, those are all planned innovation. That's what's coming. Also, we're not abandoning the mobile apps. There's still, you know, some, it's not huge, but yeah, there is more stuff to be done in the mobile app for the service and the sales. Oh, and yeah, and that's it. There is like really good websites here. By the way, the one I especially recommend is learnbusinessonewebclient.com, which is, you know, has everything about web clients. So really, if you're not sure yet, just go. It's open for everybody. Just go and see, look at some short videos, like 2-minute, 3 minutes videos, and see if you can use it, if it's right for you, and just, you know, start using it. And the more customers use it, we get better feedback, and we get better in prioritizing what we need to develop first for our clients. All righty, so that's from my side.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Idit. That was great. And
You're welcome.
actually, from what you shared, I have to tell everyone that we have a session. The session coming up is precisely about how to get started with the web client. We're going to share a couple of very, very short demos. If you have SAP Business One version 10, as Idit mentioned, we want you to start trying the analytics. It's very nice. And we want to tell you exactly the steps that you need to take in order to start playing with the web client. So thank you so much for that, Idit, for that presentation. We also have later on today, Stella, who is going to be digging into a little bit more details of some of the innovations that you mentioned on your presentation, Idit. So that is fantastic. Thank you so much. We have one question from one of our customers, our dear customers from La Mexicana Tortillas. They are a manufacturer of tortillas from Mexico. Delicious. I'm already feeling hungry. And he's asking if we know how many companies of tortilla use SAP Business One HANA. I'm sure this is a number that we don't have on the top of our heads, but I'm sure there's a lot of companies using SAP Business One for HANA, because we have a lot of customers. I know of a lot of customers in the food industry, right, Idit?
Yeah, it's hard to measure. I mean, we have the numbers somewhere, but I can definitely say every new customer in the last, I don't know, 5 years are probably 90% are going with HANA. So it's a big number. But yeah, we still have SQL. You don't have to move. I mean, you still have that option. You can still use web client. But yeah, it's definitely the direction we're going. If you want to be on top and be up to date, then you want to be on HANA.
Yeah, and Rafael, we will look for numbers and examples of other customers in your industry using SAP Business One HANA, but for sure there are many. I wanted to remind everyone to rate the session. This year we're doing this a little different, so I need to paste a link to the chat feature. Let me see if I can grab it, because this is new. I'm having a little challenge here, but please have some patience. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna paste a link in the chat feature of Zoom. If you can please click on that link, and that will give you the opportunity to rate this session, and then your name will be entered into the raffle for the remarkable tablet. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, Idit and Mauricio, for sharing with us where we're going and what the future holds. I'm really, really excited about this customer day. We're having more customers than ever joining us, and that's because we're growing, but also because we're doing a better job at communicating about our events. And I hope that all of you, thank you for joining us. I hope that you're seeing the value of being here with us. This is your event. I invite you to register to more sessions if you have not done it already. And that will be all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.
Okay,
Take
sorry,
care.
I'm being told that I haven't sent the link correctly, so I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's showing
Yes.
like you sent it only to panelists.
Yes, yes.
I
Thank
don't
you
know how
so
to
much.
do it, but, you know.
Thank you.
Right. Take care.
Okay, there it is. Thank you very much, Idit. Again, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you, Mauricio, as well.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Have a
We'll be in
good day.
touch.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.